Maybe you're thinking of renovating a property in Spain. So in this video, I'm going to run through the key things that you need to consider, including those points that are specific to a renovation in Spain. Hello and welcome to the channel. And if you don't know me, my name's John Wolfendale and I'm the founder and CEO of Vida Homes. Now, we understand fundamentally that what you're looking for above all is just a smooth experience. So if you need some help, contact me through the website icavidahomes.com. So it's very important to understand right from the beginning that there are two types of permits for a renovation in Spain. There's Licencia de Obra Mayor, which to translate into English is the Major Works Building License, and there's the Licencia de Obra Menor, which is the Minor Works Building License. Now the first one, Licencia de Obra Mayor, that's for anything structural. So that would include changing or moving a load-bearing wall, anything you might want to do for the roof, for example, and of course any kind of extension, because that's going to need foundations and a structure. So that kind of license requires the supervision of a fully qualified architect. The second type, which is Licencia de Obra Menor, this is for a more general kind of renovation, perhaps replacing the doors and windows, adding insulation to the outside of the building, and that only requires the supervision of a technical architect, although for other reasons you might want a fully qualified architect to be involved. Now, the important thing is this, that they will grant the Licencia de Obra Menor, the minor works license, automatically 2 weeks after you apply for it. That's not the case for the Licencia de Obra Mayor, the major works license. That is exactly the same as for a new build, and it may take several months, enough anyway for you to factor this into your decision making, and indeed it may determine where you look in Spain for your renovation project, because you need to find out how long the local authority take to issue their building licenses before you make a decision to buy your renovation project. Now, fundamentally, you need to find out before you buy your renovation project whether it complies in its current state with the rules that relate to that particular plot. Now, you might need some technical help with this going around the property. Examples are, for example, enclosures of terraces and balconies and so on to increase the livable area of the property, or it's not uncommon for the 3-meter rule to be infringed. There needs to be normally 3 meters between the plot boundary and the building. Now, if it's not in compliance, then it's described as fuera de ordenanza, and you're going to have to bring it back into compliance as a condition of any building license that you might apply for. So we need to look at the legal documentation, the nota simple and the catastral, get the up-to-date versions. We need to make sure that those formal documents accurately describe the property as it is. That might require a measurement. And then we need to establish whether or not in that state that the building complies with the rules that relate to that particular plot. My third question that needs answering if you're thinking of extending the property is, are you allowed to? So we would need to look at the maximum square meters that are permissible according to the planning regulations on that plot, and compare that with what's actually there and the legal documentation. Cost estimates for a renovation project, as I expect you know, are notoriously inaccurate at the beginning of the project. And there are a number of reasons for this. One is that at the beginning, we don't know what is there. We might need to break into the walls and the roof and the structure to see how the building is put together. And we might only be able to do that once you're the owner of the property. In any case, it's a good idea to leave a healthy margin for unforeseen contingencies in your budget. My next point, closely related to the previous point, is that of cascading consequences. You know, quite often during a renovation project, you might say, well, while we're on site and while we're here, let's just do this. And then you find that the new materials don't match the old materials, and so you have to do a little bit more and so on. Just to reiterate that point, that it's a very good idea to leave a healthy margin for unforeseen contingencies. Finally, I would say it's well worth buying in intensive site management. You know, for a great result, you're probably going to want good people there frequently, making the right judgments, controlling costs. So my final point, be prepared to pay for intensive site management. Now, it may be that you're asking yourself, before I get started building my villa or renovating my villa in Spain, are there any cultural differences or local customs that I need to be aware of? In which case, you need to watch the next video. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Do that now. And if you like this video, like it, and I'll see you in the next video.